beautiful darlings. This is Miss Lee here. I hope that everyone is doing well. Welcome to my brand new channel. Blessed girl, blessed to start over. So you see a big mess here. I know that I did say that this channel is going to be dedicated to showcasing everyone. That is going to start happening once I get everything situated. But I also made a promise on Instagram when I came back from my little MIA status that I would keep everyone updated with their delayed orders for both the mystery boxes, the dream boxes, and of course all of Miss Veronica's orders as well. Because Miss Veronica, oh my gosh, she's got a ton of orders. There's like a whole bunch of D-stashes that she ordered. So I wanted to keep you on top of the process and the progress that I'm working on. So Miss Kelly and Miss Janet, be good girls and click off of this video because I'm going to be showcasing stuff. You know what? I should have done that in the beginning, right? Yeah. Okay, if you saw this, well, this is actually part of Miss Kelly's box. So I don't want her to see it. Did she click off already? I hope she did. Miss Kelly, you can't watch this video. Miss Janet, you can't watch either because I'm about to show what's in your box. Unless you do want to stay and watch it, then it's okay. But I'd rather that you didn't because then it would ruin the whole mystery box theme, you know? Although you've been waiting for a while. So let's get right into this. I'm going to clear out my desk, but first I'm going to show you what I do with those. I love working with heavy chipboard to make my Maggie drawers. How many of you remember my Maggie drawers? Okay, many of you do. If you're new to my channel, if you've never heard of Ivy Lee before, the Maggie drawers are these guys right here. They're drawers that I learned how to create from another crafter like many years ago, actually, several years ago, a few years ago. I will link her, if I can find her old video, I will link it in the description so that you can check it out because her how-to craft videos are amazing. They're so easy to follow, and she doesn't do the chitter chatter like I do. So you never want to do a tutorial with me because you'll be here from here until eternity. No. But she's perfect at it. So that's who I learned it from. But I named it the Maggie drawer in honor of Maggie Holmes because Maggie Holmes is my all-time favorite designer. I love all of her collections, even though I jumped on the bandwagon like super late and missed out on all of her earlier collections. The girl is like, can I just say the word badass when it comes to being a corporate woman, businesswoman, because she's smart. What a business strategy to retire your collections, because we all know we'll go crazy looking for it and we'll pay for it, you know? Like, the girl is a genius, let me tell you. Anyway, that's why it's called the Maggie drawer. So, going back to the chipboards. You know how when you order from scrapbook.com, especially when you get like the loose 12x12 cardstock, that they put it in a little baggie and it has like the very light chipboard? I keep those, and what I do is I just mount some 12x12 cardstock, and then I'll take this I got from Clear Bags, and what I do is, there you go. And now you have a little backdrop to put all of your goodies in. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll just take 2 sheets, right, without the cardboard in the middle, and then sew a pocket, like a clear, what do you call those, shaker pocket, and then put all whatever goes in there. But just a little idea of how to use those, these 12x12 boxes from Clear Bags. You know, when Miss Ivy Lee did have money and she was able to go shopping. Yeah. So what you're going to watch me do today is organize, or should I say put this together. So when I had packaged up Miss Kelly's dream box and it was ready to ship out, I ended up in the hospital all over again, and it was like a big mess. I got worse with my health. And I had sealed it up without this in it. And I didn't realize this until afterwards. So there was a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't put inside her box. So I had to reopen the box, and I said, you know what? It's opened. She's waited so long. I'm going to add more stuff to it. So that's what I've been doing. The only thing that I need left is to print out all of her custom labels and custom die cuts and whatnot that are supposed to go into the dream box, because I added more stuff to it. Now, there was supposed to be a video that I was supposed to upload yesterday regarding the ink to my printer. It was such a beautiful video. Although it was friggin' long, I worked so hard on it because I was giving shout outs, and you know what I did? I deleted it by mistake. So I am waiting for Google One to hopefully see if they can like recover that video. That's hence the reason why I'm doing this now. So this is another one of the little extras that I'm adding into Miss Kelly's box. Super cute. I'm not done with it. Like, I just use regular cardstock paper for the front so that I can mount it. Haven't decided how I'm going to decorate the front. So basically this one is not going to be like a typical book. I'm just going to attach, I don't know, actually. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this because I'm adding embellishments for her to just pull out, and then she can decide what she wants to do with the rest of this. So I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to show you something that I finally thought I finished. Let me just show you. So on an Instagram post, I showed you what I was working on. Remember that I created this little box with just regular cardstock, you know, the Recollection 65-pound cardstock, and then it's mounted onto heavy chipboard, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to fill this up with. I thought I was gonna do this, like these guys, but these, I ended up making these tag bases a little too large, so I'm gonna put this separately someplace else. So these are just like a base, and Miss Kelly can decide to decorate however she wants. But I was gonna put these guys in here. So I love making 3x4 chipboard bases, and then this you can use it and then decorate it however you want. So she's getting a whole bunch, and I thought, okay, it's gonna look cute in here, and then add some other stuff. Nope, that's not how it worked out. So I decided she needed more cabochons because that was part of what she wanted in her dream box. So these are all resin pieces that I created. These are my favorites right here. Like, oh my gosh, I made like 3 in each color. Look how tiny these little frames are. And it has a little tiny hole. I don't know if you can see that, but she can make these into charms. A lot of them have holes in them. Some of them do not. So on the ones that do not, she can either, like, I don't know, attach it to, for example, like a base like this, and, you know, add a whole bunch of dimensions, and then add this, glue it down or whatever, because it's easy to use those and glue it down. But she can make it into her own charm if she has like some of these. Yeah. So what do you think, my darlings? I feel like there's not enough in this section, so I may do a couple more pieces. And yeah, this is one of the big ones. I know a lot of you have received like some of my resin charms, so this is just a few. I like these. Look at the hearts. Aren't they adorable? They're so cute. So I'm happy I was able to at least finish most of this. Flowers, there's a lot of different colors in there, so yeah. Oh, and this, I just measured the top and took some acetate and just stapled the corners. Makes it easy. So once this is done, I'm gonna wrap it up nicely with some ribbon, and that's that. And now, if you want to continue watching, I'm just gonna sit here and figure out what paper I'm going to use to finish my Maggie drawer. Well, it's not the Maggie drawer, but you know what I mean, because it's not a Maggie themed. This mold right here, this is how I create the knob for each of the little drawers, and I'll use these brads, or should I, well, yeah, the base. And then once I pull this out, I just use resin and attach it, and it has, they look like little tiny knobs. It is so adorable after it's done. Yeah, so that's why that's there. So all right, let's see. So you're gonna watch me think and figure out what the heck. I don't know what colors. Let me explain something to you. These boxes, no matter how hard I try to adhere them straight, they always come out a little bit crooked, but then you won't notice it after you put the hey, where's my chipboard? Oh, it's right here. Got a couple more chipboard pieces. This is like the really thick one. So once you put this on, it basically kind of like forms into a nice, perfect drawer. So yeah. Now the question is, I'm thinking, I don't know, this propped up first. She wanted a dream box that had a lot of flowers, you know, like a spring theme. Let me just check out if I'm still recording. Yes, I am. Am I crooked? I haven't the slightest clue. Anyway. Okay. And since this is popped up, what do you think? Should I use this one? All right. I mean, it's enough. Yeah, okay. See, I have to figure out how to cover this, what paper I'm going to use for the sides and what paper I'm going to use for these guys. These are the actual drawers. And I usually sew the edges of each drawer. So I don't know, my darlings. Let's see. Okay, starting to feel a little out of it again. See, this is why I can't be active. Immediately my brain starts to want to like get sluggish, and then I end up having a seizure. But we're gonna march through this, because I refuse to have another day where I'm just laying down because my brain wants to be stupid. So that's the struggle of having epilepsy. I have seizures on the daily. It's not fun. All right, so there's gonna be moments when I'm gonna get quiet, and you're just gonna have a little session with me. Keep me in the background while you're creating. Or if you're like, ugh, girl, you talk too much, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to click off. That's okay too. Nope, that's a horrible match. I have a whole bunch of pieces here. Let me see. I'm gonna leave that aside for a minute. I don't know. This is the difficult part because I haven't been crafting for so long. I don't know, but I'm liking the yellow. That is so pretty. Ooh. That's definitely spring-like, right? I think I'm going to take all of these and add them to her box as well. See what I'll do with that. Maybe make them into little shakers. Yeah. Well, I got plenty of these. Well, that's going to be a little hard. Let me see. Oh, I think I'm going to use this and create a shaker pocket with acetate. So I'm going to set this one aside because I now need to create packaging to put all the other stuff that I've added to her box. And yeah, that's what I have to work on. Plus, I need more packaging for once I print out all of her die cuts. Should I say her custom labels? I don't know, but these two seem to be calling out to me. You're gonna go right there, my darling. Oh, but then this one. It's rare for me to work with any kind of purple, although purple is my favorite color. I don't know. It's just, oh, wait a minute. I like this yellow. Aw, this is Maggie Holmes carousel. What did I make with this? I haven't the slightest clue. Okay. Oh, but I like this blue. It's just that it's so busy if I put these two together, but I do like the colors. The color combines nicely, but not exactly the design. It's just too busy. And that's pretty much it. Oh, this is some of the this was already printed. Oh, wait a minute. This is already printed. Oh, I know why this is here, because I can't find the original. This is to create, this is how I create, before I had my die cut for, what are these called? Rosettes. Thank you, rosettes. This is how I used to create my huge rosettes on my Cricut. So these are some of my printed, I guess I'll use these. I know why they're here, because I can't find the files. That's why. All right, let's put the fist guards aside. Oh, how many of you have purchased the, look at that. The one that's supposed to be titanium strong. Yeah, my butt. It's not titanium strong, because, well, I guess because I use so much, I use it for the chipboard and the heavy cardstock. It frays the edges when I cut paper, and then I have to go back in with scissors and fix it up. That's really annoying. Okay, I don't know, my darlings. Or I could keep this one with this one. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh wait, no, I can't use this one for the outer, because it's not going to be enough for all three. So, well, there goes my decision for that. Thank you very much. Let's just put this right here. All right, so we've narrowed it down. I can't use this. I mean, I could. No, I'm not. I'm not using this, not using this. And I don't think I need 2 sheets of this. I just realized. 3. Oh gosh darn it. I need 3 of these, which means I'm gonna have to go with something a little bit more simple. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this, since she does want spring, green and yellow. The question, oh gosh, I don't know. It's hard when you have to come back to crafting after so long, and then you can't like think properly. The issue is I only have 1 of these sheets, and it's not, wait, no, that's not true. Okay, figured it out. Have any of you heard the song You're Still God by Philippa Hanna? Oh my darlings, it's such a beautiful, beautiful song. You need to listen to it. I listen to it every day. And even though I listen to it every day, I tend to forget the words. Yeah. But where did I put? Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna do this old school, like, you know, where I'm a beginner crafter, and just do this. When the foundations have been shaken and I'm left standing in the dark. See, this is when you know that it's like super crooked. See that? Told you we're doing this old school. I'm sorry if the camera starts to shake, because as you can see right here, I have the camera stand on this specific table. Take care of this. I haven't asked how everyone is doing. How are you, my darlings? Are you working on any projects? Have you joined any swaps? You know, I've never joined a swap before. Now my time is up, because after I fix these delayed orders and send them out. Your girl is not crafting anymore, so let's make sure. Really? I knew that was gonna happen. Sorry for the background noise. If you hear the fire trucks. Seriously? Why do I... Hold on, my darling. When our foundations have been shaken and I'm left standing in the dark. See, I keep forgetting words. And all I feel is my heart breaking. You still reign, and you're still gone. Though I can't see what's before me, I know that I can trust your heart. And this one truth will be the story. You still reign, and you're still gone. All right, let's cut that out. So yeah, my darlings, I deleted all the footage from yesterday's unboxing, and I can't go into details about what it is exactly because, well, the person, oh man, I really do hope that Google is able to retrieve the lost footage for me. Like, I really, really hope so. Okay. Up. Inner. Don't you love my handwriting? There we go. All right. On to the last one. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Oh my goodness gracious. My crafter looks so rudimentary, doesn't it? It certainly does. It does. But it's gonna come out cute though. That's for sure. It's gonna come out cute. Try to like, there we go. That was easier. So don't forget, go check out Philippa Hanna's song, You're Still God. She sings so beautifully, but that song really, really hits me like deep in the core, like for real. So, oh, and I do not have a cold. It was just that I was crying before because it seems like that's all I ever do. That's all I ever do. I always find that funny when someone beeps at someone and the person beeps them back. I don't know why I find that hilarious. There. I should get an A+ for my penmanship. What do you think? You agree, right? Yes, I know you do. Of course. All right, so we've decided, you know what? This is what's making it difficult for me. Let's put this aside. There we go. I know this one looks all beat up, but it just works so nicely. Okay. We're getting somewhere, my darlings. We are getting somewhere. I don't think I have enough glue, but we all know that we squeeze the heck out of our glue bottles, don't we? Yes, we do. And you know, Tombow needs to change their They're glue bottles because they design it in such a way where there's not that much glue inside the bottles. As you can see, there's like just a little bit. Look how they make it. This is not filled with glue. It's just a little tiny chamber inside. And then you always have to wait, unless it's like a dire situation, you always wait for it to go on sale. And yes, I've tried all types of different glues, but Tombow is my go-to. Always will be. Well, what am I saying? Always will be. I'm not correcting again. All right, so. There we go. See how it gets frayed? So I have to go back in and sharpen it up nicely, clean it up with regular scissors. It's actually really annoying. And no, I can't afford to buy a blade, so I have to work with what I've got. All right. Now I would do this all at the same time, but see what I mean? I have to like normally I would just cover, yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'll just set this aside. Let's go on to the next one. Okay. Maybe I took too much from that side. I think I did. Oh, come on. Give me some extra juice here. I want to see if I can fit. Nope, I can't. All right, it is what it is. I don't know if I'm going to speed this section of the video. I don't know if I'm going to cut up the video, split it, or just leave it as is, like sort of like in real time, kind of, maybe. Okay, that's a bit exaggerated right there. Let me just take that off. That was a bit much. Why is it crooked? Gosh darn it. It's a good thing that it's getting... Ah, that frayed part. I hate that. Let me just... For those of you who cut straight lines and... hats off to you, because yeah, I kind of figured that would be too, I mean, I could make it work, but no, I don't want to do that, because once I attach it, I don't want it to show. Wait a minute, what did I just do? Wait. I have to make sure it's aligned. Ooh, I took a big gamble by not checking which way I was doing this, right? Ooh wee. We're good though, we're good. So I'm just here. La, 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 la. Come on. Yeah, some of you have like such great precision. What is this? With your hands. It's like amazing. I don't. And my hands are looking like old today. I don't know what the heck. I don't know. I'm like not feeling 100%, but it is what it is. It is what it is, my darlings. You're like, why are your videos so long? I don't know. I like talking. I talk to myself all the time. That's just how it is. It's been like that since I was a little girl. Let me tell you, I have a lot of stories to share. A lot. All right. Want to know a story? I'll give you a little snippet of when I was a little girl. First off, I was such a big nerd. Okay, fine. I still am, sort of. But not like a smart, okay, I was, but I don't know when the smartness went away. the smartness. See, there you go. That right there tells you your girl has lost a few marbles. Oh, it kind of reminds me of the remake of Peter Pan. Robin Williams, may he rest in peace. Towards the end of the movie, when he actually really did lose his marbles, remember? One of the Lost Boys grew up and became an old man. Aww. Oh, my darlings. So many of us suffer in silence, and yet still have the need and the desire to want to make others happy while we're still in pain. That's one beautiful heart, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. It really is. And there's a lot of you I know that are going through your own struggles, and you still want to put a smile on other people's faces, make their dreams come true, help them out when, you know, with whatever it is that they're going through. That's why I'm hoping and praying that they retrieve that video, because I wanted to, you know, honor our fellow crafters who have already just jumped to help me, and it's just amazing. It's amazing. So this is why I want to dedicate this channel to, you know, to inspire people. Like, there's gonna be moments when you really do feel like you're gonna give up, you know, and I totally get that. I really do. I really, really do. Life sometimes just isn't easy at all. I spend most of my days, like 99% of the time, crying, but I'm not crying for myself. I'm crying because I've become a burden to my family, and I feel like I failed as a mom, you know? So it's like, and no matter what anyone tells you, you're still going to blame yourself. You're still going to be hard on yourself. You're still going to say, you know what, I'm not doing enough. I messed up. I made a mistake here. I should have done this, should have done that. Even though everyone is telling you, you're doing fine. It's okay, you know? No. Especially when, you know, I am the oldest of 4 siblings. And we're all going through our struggles. Like, my family has never experienced something like this ever, where we're just all literally struggling at the same time with our own issues in each of our households. And it's like, my God, Father God, in Jesus' mighty name, help us. Oh, my darlings. But as the oldest, I've always said that it's my responsibility to take care of my parents, you know, in their retirement years. And they're in their retirement years, and I'm about to start crying. Doesn't matter how old you are, your parents still want to be your parents. And I'm constantly like, yeah, I have to admit, I constantly lie to my parents, and I tell them I'm fine. Yes, we have food. Yeah. Because they will still like do what they can and give me whatever little they have left for me and my son. And that's where I started to like get very angry with God. And I'm not necessarily angry with God, just more like just angry overall, and reaching out to him. And like, really, there were times when I would be like yelling out loud when my son would be in school and I'd be here by myself. I'm like, why, God? Why? I've asked God why like hundreds of times, you know. So my faith has been like up and down, you know. And then of course you start to feel guilty asking God, like, how dare you ask God? Like, hello, he's gonna take care of everything for you. But yet, that's human nature. We start to doubt, and because we're left in limbo. We're not understanding why certain things are happening, but God has all the answers. This is why Felipe Hannah's song just really hits home. That part that she sings. And of course, you're going to hear me sing a lot in my videos, even though I cannot sing. And no, don't say that I have a nice voice, because I know I don't. I just like singing. I wonder if the angels in heaven are like, God, please, Lord of these humans, can you please make her stop singing? She is not anointed with that gift. Please don't assign me to that human. It hurts my ears. I still do it. I still sing. And then every now and then I'm like, God, can you hook me up? And he's like, no, that's not what I created you for. Which one is the right and left? Oh, crap. What did I just do? My darlings, I don't know my left from my right. Whatever, we're gonna go with this. I think I got it wrong. What was I doing? Is this right? Ah, son of a gun. I don't... Okay, I think this one is... I labeled this right and labeled this one left. Alright, if I look at it from this angle, it's left and right. I still don't think I got it right. Ah, what did I do? Okay, no, yeah. No, yeah. So... there's a verse in her song that goes, though I can't see what's before me, I know that I can trust your heart, and this one truth will be my story. You still reign, and you're still God. He's still God no matter what we go through, you know that? Just gotta hold on. It's in that waiting period that makes it very hard for us, you know? Because we just don't know. Hold on one sec. I gotta get my trusty adhesive. So I like to put the back on first. Let me see something. See, this is why. I don't know why I never put the boxes on straight. Yeah. So my darlings, I know many of you are really suffering through a lot. But my goodness, I know that sometimes you may feel like you're just not doing enough, but you are, my darling. You are. God has equipped you with everything that you need. It's just that at the moment that we're going through something, we don't see it. We don't realize it. Me personally, I think my biggest frustration is I just don't know why I'm here specifically. You know? I don't know. I mean, I think, obviously, my son, you know, he is my most beautiful achievement in life. And aside from child of God, you know, he's a child of God, but I'm referring to me also being a child of God. The best title I could ever have, aside from that, is mom. And I may not reach the promised land. You know, I've been like the people who were taken out of Egypt by Moses. They were in the wilderness for 40 years. I've been in the wilderness too for 40 years. I'm much older than 40 though, just saying. I already way past that age. Closer to 50, but it is what it is. I don't see myself as being the one to reach the promised land, but this is why we prepare our kids, you know. It's always the generations to follow that will reach that, you know. Same as those who, so many who were out there in the wilderness. Because our biggest obstacles that we place upon ourselves are the constant complaining, grumbling, you know, like we're impatient, and then we become disobedient at times, and then we block our own blessings. Mind you, God already had blessings for us lined up long before we were even placed in our mother's wombs. You do know that, right? Well, if you forgot about that, I'm just reminding you today. You have so many blessings lined up. Really. And sometimes God will hold that. You know, he'll hold it back for a bit. I mean, to him, it's a bit. But then God exists outside of time. So for us, what's considered a bit for him is going to feel like an eternity for us here on earth, right? In the physical. So, yeah. It tends to feel like forever for us. But sometimes we need to learn certain things because he has to equip us to be ready and prepared for those blessings. Can we handle the amount of blessings that he's going to give us? We need to be ready and I guess sort of like trained for the assignment that he has for us. Because if he gives it to us too early or when we're just not ready, we're going to mess it up. We're going to fumble, you know? Is he expecting perfection? No. We're not meant to be perfect. That's why we need him every single day. And I'm glad that I'm not perfect because I lean on him. Even though I made a lot of mistakes and continue to make mistakes because, you know, your girl ain't too bright sometimes. See how it's coming along? Woo, look how cute. It's looking cute. All right. Wait, what? No, it's supposed to be here. Yeah. Look how pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, by the way, I may switch from like gospel music to like the Bee Gees or something. I know that's not like, I know. How many of you still have your playlists from the 70s and 80s? I do. I grew up listening to all kinds of music. When people meet me for the first time, especially here, you know, the US is considered what? The melting pot, right? Especially the East Coast, like especially New York. I mean, I don't live in New York, I live in New Jersey, but I literally live like right across from it. It's just a subway ride over. I've lived on next to the Hudson River my whole life. Right, so the county that we're in, hold on one second. Just want to make sure we're recording. Yeah, the county that I live in, Manhattan is our backdrop. Yeah, so I grew up with seeing, seeing the Empire State Building, Rockefeller Center, the Twin Towers when they were still here. And yes, my parents were still living in, they had moved back to Hoboken, so they had been living in Hoboken for a few years. They had returned when I was in my 20s. So at that time that 9/11 happened, we watched that smoke for weeks and weeks on end. It was hard to see that landscape was no longer there when that had been my whole life, you know. And it's still hard to swallow it even to this day. May all those innocent people rest in peace. But yeah, how do we get to that conversation? I have no idea. My darlings, what are you making me talk about? Let's keep this fun. Anyway, let's go back to our playlists of the 70s and the 80s. Also the 90s, of course, but let's go back to the more fun time, the 80s. Yeah. I grew up listening to country music, funk. Oh my gosh. Just pretty much everything. In our household, we listen to everything. But yeah, when someone would meet me for the first time, oh yeah, right, that's what I was talking about, the whole melting pot thing. New York and New Jersey, it is very, very ethnically diverse, right? Like we have so many cultures, people from all over the world live here. And yeah, you know that a lot of immigrants, long before any of us were born, a lot of immigrants, the first the first thing that they saw coming on those boats was the Statue of Liberty. I've been to the Statue of Liberty so many times, I think I lost count. Gone to Ellis Island so many times. And then when my son was born, he's been on trips, both with his school and with me, many, many times. Yeah, so it's a very long history, you know? And so there's a lot of beauty in being surrounded by a lot of people. Like, I've never traveled, but aside from my dream of going to Ireland, I don't think I really need to travel because the world has come to me and I'm very blessed, you know, to be here. But it does have, woo, let me tell you, my darlings, it has some serious bad stuff. There's a lot of racism here. You deal with racism pretty much all the time. And me being Hispanic, it's like I get it from all ends. My lovelies, I could tell you some stories. But yeah, usually when people meet me for the first time, they make assumptions, and I don't like that. My parents did not raise us like that. Yeah. The one thing my mother hates like the most is that he said, she said crap. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. She will. Woo! My mother's a spunky person who is very frank when she speaks, and she will let you have it. Like, don't get stupid around her because, yeah. Ooh. She does it. Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh, it's on its last leg. No! Please, I don't have any more. I'm sure I have some. You know that we keep our bottles. Ah, come on. There we go. Yeah, so I deal with people on an individual basis. If you cool, I'm cool. I don't care where you're from. That is not going to determine whether or not I speak to you or have a conversation with you or become friends with you. That is irrelevant. That is actually, to me, icing on the cake. Like, ooh. You know? Because you know what's the first thing I want to know? Like, ooh. What do you cook? What do you eat? Because I love food. So that's the awesome thing about living in New York, New Jersey. Well, living in this area. You get to try foods from all over the world, and it's like freaking awesome. Not everyone has, you know, that privilege. I consider it to be a privilege, you know, even a luxury kind of. Yeah, some people are like, they don't even think twice about it because, you know, you're so used to it. But I still think it's beautiful. You come together as one over food, like, you know, and enjoy people's cultures. And then you sit down at a table and learn from each other. And it's really, really cool. But when people first meet me, there's this one line that I never thought to let it bother me when I was younger. Now, like, if someone even dares to say that, I have to learn not to curse people out because people get shocked when they hear me talk in a really mean way. That's unless, like, it has to take a lot. It takes a lot for me to get upset. So if you ever see me like get angry, it means, wow, that person really disrespected me, you know? So, oh, this worked out perfectly, my darlings. Look, the top part. Yeah. So there's just one line. You're not like the others. Oh, I can't stand it when people say that. That is so annoying. I'm like, because I know what they mean. There's this stigma. I don't know if I can call it a stigma. I don't know what to call it. But this preconception of if you're Hispanic, front, back, right? Okay. Yeah. And people make assumptions about me all the time. They just take one look at me and I'm like, even down to like, why would I not listen to doo-wop? Explain to me what is so surprising about me growing up listening to doo-wop music. What's so surprising about me knowing anything about the good old days? Unless it has to do with the fact that I just wasn't born during that time. If that's what you're referring to, then great, I don't have a problem with that. But it's usually based on, well, don't you just listen to salsa and merengue? You speak English. Oh my gosh, really? Seriously, I was born here. Some people can be so ignorant. I swear. But after a while, like, you pretty much get used to it. But now, I don't know why, in my older age, I really don't like it. I don't have this. I just don't like it, because in this day and age, that's something that needs to be left in the past. Like, seriously, I don't get why people, like, come on now. Unless you're coming from another country and you've only been around a certain group of people, that's understandable. But if you've lived in the United States of America your whole life, come on now. Stop with the ignorance. And if somebody's getting offended, well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out which way am I supposed to put this. Do I keep it this way? Oh, yes, it has to be this way. So, front. Right? Am I doing this right? Wait, if this is going to go down here. Oh, my darlings, I'm having a bit of a... Oh, okay. Never mind. I got it. I guess I'm going to have to use this tape. I normally don't like using this for this, though. Like, it scares me that it's not going to hold. I don't know. Let's see if we can get enough juice out of that Tombow. What do you think, my darlings? Are we going to succeed? Stay down. I'll leave you like that for a second. All right. So, going back to the playlist. What's your favorite genre of music? Share in the comments below. I would love to know. Who are your favorite singers or group? Did you party hard back in the day when when you were a young buck, young girl? Share in the comments below. Tell me. Yeah. What did I just do? My darlings, what did I just do? Oh. Okay. Am I doing this right? We shall soon find out. You know what? I'm not even going to use the thing. Let's just cut it up. Let's just cut it up. See, I can't cut on a straight line. Ever. If someone tells me this is the only way to save your life, I'm like, okay, you know what? Then I guess I have to say goodbye. Because I can never do it. Even with the wrapping paper. You know how wrapping paper, like, now comes with, like, underneath. It has on the back side. I mean, this is too... it has the lines, the grid lines. Even with that, I think I purposely don't cut on the line. I'm like, don't tell me what to do. Kind of thing. I don't know. I could be weird sometimes. But yeah, who was a dancer amongst our crafty besties? I ain't got no rhythm, my darlings. I think I'm like the only Puerto Rican on the face of this earth that has like no rhythm. Certainly did not get passed down to me, that's for sure. I don't know. You would think I know how to dance salsa really well. I know a couple of steps, but I'm not really... I don't know. Although I love listening to salsa music. But I love my oldies because my parents, they were always listening to their oldies. And they still had their records and all that stuff. My dad still has a lot of records. That I know. Like a lot. Yeah. So, grew up listening to all kinds of songs. Jamaican music. You know, like soca music. Soca music back in the 80s is very different from how it is now. Like the new generation. It's a little bit, the style is a little slightly different. Yeah. Like you can tell. Ah, crap. What did I just do? I did it again, didn't I? I wasn't paying attention to the front or back. Okay. We shall figure this out together, my darlings. Ah, nicely fits. But that's not the way it's supposed to go. Ah. My darlings, which way? Because this is supposed to coordinate. Yeah. It's this way. Yep. Okay. Do. Oh, wait. I didn't use the glue, did I? I did not. Bad girl. What's wrong with you? See, this is why I can't talk at the same time as I'm doing this. But do you know why I'm doing this? I want to see how long I can last. Yeah, I want to see how long I can last. Because there's one thing that the doctors cannot answer me is, why is it when I'm active, I'll end up having a seizure that day? If I don't do anything at all and I just sit on the sofa and literally just be catatonic, like don't do anything, like a zombie, mindless zombie, I won't get a seizure. And no one can explain that to me. And the fact that these seizures started in 2020 after the pandemic started says a lot. Like me and my mom, we keep saying the same thing. Like, what if I had COVID, but maybe I was asymptomatic and these are the side effects of it? Because a lot of folks who ended up with like severe COVID and ended up in the hospital back in 2020, a lot of them started coming back like a year or two later, suffering from neurological issues. Not kidding. Look it up if you don't believe me. And then of course my sister, she's an EMT. She's been on the front line since day one, long before they even confirmed that that was here in the U.S. I mean, they were already lying. And I remember my sister telling me, I'm going in with the hazmat. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, COVID is already here. But they were denying it, that it was here. It was here long before 2020 came in. Yep. Meanwhile, we were all still just, you know. Okay, what did I do here? So I'm wondering if that's maybe the reason. So even she said there's a lot of people that have come back that yeah, started having seizures, literal seizures. And this is even in my mom watches although she mostly watches her regular channels, but sometimes she'll switch over. Like she gets mad at watching Spanish news because they're so like over dramatic. Like we're so used to. My mom came here when she was just 17 years old from Puerto Rico, actually. So this is her life here. Yeah, but she says even on those news, they go into detail, let me tell you. Like, ooh, talk about dramaticness. Yeah, they're very dramatic. Oh no, this has to get glued even more. I need to press harder. And a lot of people who actually were confirmed having COVID and ended up in the hospital are having seizures now. And seizures don't run in the family. They were completely healthy. So, I don't know. I really don't know. I can tell you, though, I have not been treated kindly at all by any of the specialists, neurologists, doctors. 3 years being treated with such indignation. Is that even a word, right? Indignation? Treated really badly. People can be so mean when they see you down, you know? And it's like all of a sudden, their own insecurities, they try to cover it up by thinking, oh, well, you know what? I'm in a position where I'm better off than you and I'm better than you. And I have superiority and authority over you. That's not nice, you know? But it is what it is. And I still put this on wrong. Ah, you dummy. I did all of that work. Look at that. But you really can't tell. But I'm going to put something on top of it. So, my darlings, what do you think? Look. It's so cute. Told you we'll start looking straight. All right. So, we now have the base. I still need to cover this. Let's see. Though I can't see what's in. Yeah. The Bee Gees. I love the Bee Gees. How deep is your love? I love the Bee Gees. Who doesn't love the Bee Gees? How dare you not love the Bee Gees? I'm kidding. You are free to love what you love. Front. Try to put this. Seriously, I need to take classes for my penmanship. My darlings, share in the comments below. Is it just me? But have our schools stopped teaching cursive? Like, they don't teach handwriting anymore? Ugh. It's like, wait, this is not. What did I just do? Yeah, I'm messing up. Hold on. They're not teaching cursive. Kids nowadays don't know how to. What did I do? I think I cut it the wrong way. Hold on. This is the front. Did you see what I did? Because I honestly don't know what I did. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I should do that in the beginning of my video. Not sure. Okay, well, we're going to do it now. My darlings, one of our crafty besties, her name is Miss Wanda. Wanda from A Day in My World. She has a great channel. I love listening to her. I am so happy that she is back. You know, she's been going through her own things, but I want you to go to her channel. If you have not subscribed to her, you definitely should. So this weekend, she's celebrating her beautiful daughter's birthday. She has 2 kids, and they're absolutely so cute. One is Eye Candy, and the other one is named Photobomber. They're absolutely adorable. So her Photobomber just turned 10. What a blessing that is, like the Big 10. It's the Big 10. So how about your non-singing girl sings to her, right? That'll be my gift to her. I can't send her any Happy Meal or anything, so let's try the fun happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Photobomber. You are absolutely beautiful. You are blessed. And I know that you're going to continue to succeed in life. And life is going to continue to be beautiful for you. You are blessed. 10 years old. Baby girl, you are 10. I am so proud of you. This is your mommy's crafty friend here on YouTube. Just sending some birthday love to you. Sweetheart, I'm so happy that you are celebrating your 10th birthday, because that's a big deal. I remember when I was 10, it was so much fun. So I wish you the very best. I pray that you continue to have beautiful blessings and that you and your family have a fun weekend on your birthday. And I'm gonna throw a little other song in Spanish for you. Feliz, feliz en tu día, amiguita, que Dios te bendiga. Que reine paz en tu día y que cumplas muchos más. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Aw, how many of you remember turning 10? My favorite birthday was when I turned 7. 7 was my favorite. You know why? Because first, 7 is my favorite number. That's the first thing. 2, I got everything Care Bears. Yeah, everything Care Bears. That was like the best birthday ever. And I got like so much stationery. So much stationery. It was the best, I swear. I still remember it. And the sun is coming in right now. And I remember that day, my mom was like getting ready. Like, my parents went all out when it came to our birthdays. Like, seriously, all out. They didn't play. Like, the whole entire crew of the family from everywhere, high and low, everywhere came. Everybody came, friends, everybody. Our birthdays were very, very big in our house. So what did I just do? I put it on the wrong side, didn't I? Yeah. And I remember she let me sleep in like the big master bed. because it was in the back of the house, and she didn't want me seeing all that stuff she was doing. So my mother would like cook all the food, and I'm like, wow. Now that I look back, it's like, wow. And I remember the sun was shining, and she had woken me up for a little bit and wished me happy birthday, and she gave me like a precursor to my gifts, and I got so happy. And I remember laying back down, and I slept with my first gift for my 7th birthday, which was a stationary set of Care Bears, and I slept with it it was next to me. It was like the happiest sleep I ever had. It was so cool. I was like, I'm allowed to sleep in. That was really cool. Remember, because our birthdays were always on a Saturday. Always on Saturdays. Or should I say our birthday parties were always on a Saturday. Yeah. So when my son was born, God bless him, I did elaborate parties too. Every year, different theme. Yeah. I actually started doing when he was younger. This lasted for almost 3 years, I think it was, or 2 years, where I split the kids into teams, and I think I shared it in my Instagram way back. Some of it, not the whole thing, but so it was a battle, and they each got on different teams. And the first year they were on different teams where I forget what the battle was. Oh my gosh, why am I using this knowing that it's no longer working? Then the second year it was like a to be continued. So these kids could not wait for the following year for my son's birthday because they had to continue the battle. And the losing team ended up getting what is those things? The string, silly string? Yeah. They didn't know that that's what was going to happen to the losing team. They were going to get pummeled with silly string. That was like the coolest thing. And then they had like these cardboard swords and stuff like that. And when they would like go running after each other, the swords were filled with candies. So there was candy flying everywhere. It's pretty cool. Like I would actually create all of the props, and every kid had their goodie bags with their names on it and stuff like that. It was really, really cool. And yeah, those are my babies too, my adopted babies. I've always loved being around children. Children are our most precious gifts from God, you know. And I've when I was 7, actually, I said that I was going to be a teacher. I was unofficially, but always as a volunteer and stuff like that. But you know, my first job was as a teacher's assistant. Yeah. But then I allowed the adults back then, like especially my teachers and the school staff. I don't know what just happened here. Hold on. To change my major to communications, right? And you know, colleges, the basic courses are pretty much all the same, with the exception of like the major. You know, some schools they're known for specific things, you know. So depending on the career that you want to choose, that's gonna depend what college you choose, right? Hopefully you get into the college that you want to. Talking about colleges, my son has already been accepted to 7 colleges and universities, 3 in Boston alone. Like we just got another acceptance letter. I'm saying we, yeah, to Boston University, and all of them have given him scholarships. One of them gave him a full scholarship with an extra scholarship just to cover the dorm costs. But he doesn't want to leave me. And I'm about to start crying again. That hurts really, really hard. Like I said, I feel guilty for the condition that I am in because I'm impacting my family. My son doesn't want to leave me alone. He feels like it's not his responsibility, and I'm like, no, this is what you've always wanted. So I'm sorry. I'm getting emotional. He's given up his dream to stay home. Because he wants to make sure that I'm okay. I'm sorry. This is the hardest part of this whole me being sick. It's how it's impacted my child. He's always been a good kid, you know? He has been my rock throughout all of this. And he's always been one of those kids that just doesn't ask for anything. I'm like, are you sure you're my kid? Because we are complete polar opposites. Yeah. My parents took me out to Toys R Us. I wanted everything. My son was a complete opposite. He just loved hanging out and talking to other kids and checking out the different toys. I'm like, okay, mama, we can go. And I'm like, what do you mean we can go? We haven't bought anything. I swear, I was like, every time. And even now, like, it's a good thing that he has uniform, but even the uniform, I couldn't afford to get him like 5 pairs of the khakis that he needed for the school year. And I remember one day he put his hands around my shoulder and said, it's okay, mama. It's okay. I don't need anything. I'm like, that's hard. And then since I forget a lot of things, we lost a deadline to his graduation pictures. And when he told me, and I was like, oh gosh, let me call the company and see if they can give us an extension. They gave us an extension, but I lost the discount because I just don't have the money to pay for it. So we may not have his graduation pictures. And he says, it's okay. I didn't really like it anyway. And I said, well, I can take the pictures for you. I mean, you get to keep your cap and gown. So it's like, well, I'll make the photos for you. Figure out what to do with that. So it's like, I feel like I've robbed my son of so much. Like, I remember when he was younger, we would talk about taking trips to different campuses and doing road trips and fun stuff. We were always on the road. I was always the one driving. I am like the designated driver of the family. So everyone was used to, I'm the one that goes to different places. And yeah, that's not the case anymore. So look, my darlings, now it's nice and sturdy. So I gave it a base to give it some extra, but you know what? I need to push a little bit more on it. Hold on one sec. Let me just throw this stuff away. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to stop the video. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to continue the video. Okay. Getting the sniffles again. But I'm actually starting to not feel good. Oh, I hate this feeling. This is when I know a small seizure is coming. The big ones, they come out of nowhere. Those are the ones I'm not aware of. They just happen and I end up in the hospital. And then when I finally do wake up, I'm like, oh, I'm in the hospital again. Yeah, I go unconscious completely. And they have to, my son is always the one to find me. He's seen me convulsing and all that stuff, and that's very traumatic for Annie, and he's handled it so well. I think he's handled it better than most adults would in that position. All right, my darling, so I'm actually not feeling too good right now, so we're gonna take a break. And yeah, if you are still watching and still listening to me, wow, thank you. And yeah, let's see how long it'll take me to finish this up. So I think I'm just gonna leave the desk like this, and then whenever I'm feeling better, we'll get back to finishing this video, and then you can see the final product of the Maggie drawer spring style. All right, my darlings, we'll be right back.